What up?
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? It's the Normies, and we're joining you here back for more Lucifer Season 1, Episode 7, Wingman. We got Dameron joining us. Dameron's back in the house, and he's going to be joining us for the rest of the series, so glad to have you back.
Right on, dude.
What do you think what do you think about the show so far?
I dig it. It reminds me of, there's kind of like this British show format that, well, at least as I interpret it, called like The Smartest Man in the Room. And you see that a lot with like Sherlock, you see it with Doctor Who, and you kind of see it with this as well. It's kind of like, you know, he's charming and he's witty, but he's also kind of an ass.
Yeah.
But he's usually 2 or 3 steps ahead of everybody else.
Right.
So, it's a show format that works when you apply it in like the right situations.
Right.
And so I'm enjoying it so far.
Especially with the right actor too. Like they have to be able to play that like charismaticness. But yeah, I'm digging it. You know, the major thing that happened is wings have been stolen. And yeah, I'm just excited to get into it. What do you think, Pat?
Yeah, I'm excited from the last episode. Like, we finally figured out that, you know, he's becoming more and more human. He lost his wings. So I'm kind of I want to see where this is gonna go from this. So like, does the wings give him less power, so he may, like, you know, lets him become more human, or the wings, you know, gives him the immortality? Also, who the hell wants to steal wings? So I wanted to see the person behind of the theft, and I want to see their agenda behind it, because it doesn't make sense. No, I don't think anyone in the city knows that he's a devil. So it really doesn't make sense. But I'm kind of curious to see where it goes.
I do feel like the wings are definitely connected, but his mortality problem started like a few episodes before the wings were stolen. So I feel like Chloe has. I mean, obviously everything is connected in some way, shape, or form, but I think Chloe has more to do with his mortality than the wings do. But the wings are definitely a big part of his lore. So yeah, man, I'm just excited. Let's just get into it, guys. Remember, this is not a market substitute. Please support the official release, which is now on Netflix. You can watch it that way. That's how we're doing it. Then come back and join us for our reactions and reviews. If you want to get ahead on our reactions or watch the uncuts or check out the many other goodies we got for you on our Patreon, you can do that there. You can choose to support the channel there as well. It helps us, you know, grow the channel and do more reactions and skits and all the other wonderful things that we're doing for you guys. Everything you see on this channel is because of you and your support, so thank you for that. And, you know, comment below, subscribe, share the video, all that good stuff. And yeah, let's get started.
What the hell are you doing?
Isn't it obvious? I'm going to brutally torture you until you give me what I want. My wings, where are they?
What wings? I don't even know what you're talking about.
Maybe if I hit him a few times.
Oh, I hate to say it. I'm not sure violence is the trick here. I'm beginning to wonder if this human stain's actually telling the truth.
Hey man, I would let me dunk me like that. I don't care.
Just get up and walk away. Like, you apologize. Like, I'm sorry about that.
Like, you have lost my business. You taking my patronage.
It would make everyone's life easier if you would close your investigation.
You know, Dan, I thought you were actually making progress there for a second, but once again, look who's on team everyone else.
It's about Malcolm's family. And if there's an open investigation calling for his dismissal, it can cost him his benefits, his pension, all of it.
So what, you want me to just drop it? Just turn my back on everything I stand for?
No. I'm saying if you want to do something about it, then do it now. You have 24 hours. But let it go and let his family move on.
What if the little 24 too?
That is also fair. I could also see. I'm sorry. I could also see Dan's point of view. Like, I mean, the cop is dead, but his family's still in the loop, and they can never get full closure to the case is closed. So she really doesn't have anything. Then she should let it go, because the family can never get.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I actually like that dilemma to this problem. It makes it a little bit more
Fascinating roads.
What are we doing here, Lucifer?
You see, 5 years ago, when Maze and I abandoned hell, I landed right here on this beach and had Maze sever my wings.
And why are you telling me this?
I've asked you here because those same wings have been stolen.
Lucy, they're too powerful. A piece of divinity. Humanity can't handle them. And if they fall into the wrong hands...
And people might die, yeah, I get that.
You would have thought they would have put like some kind of magical barrier or something. Not just in a shipping container.
I will do what I can. I will put out an APB on Angel Wings.
Thank you. And in return, I should donate my services on Palmetto. All right?
Sure, we could use the help.
We? You're helping her?
I knew she wouldn't give it up. I could let her go it alone, so I'm here for the ride.
Which, you know, Lucifer's not a cop, so I don't know. Yeah, right. It's just funny, like, he's just, like, becoming a partner now.
One night, I tracked him here, sneaking in through the side door. And I hid behind this glass. And accidentally, I made a sound. I could feel it. He saw me. But he didn't react. He just went back to his conversation. And that's when the shot went off. It didn't take long before bullets were flying everywhere. I braced behind the door. And that's when I ran in.
There was nothing you could do.
Where'd he come from?
Holy shit, did Dan kill him?
What if someone else was here?
Cops searched the place up and down, Chloe. There's no one else. Look, you may not want to believe it, but what if...
I was wrong.
Yo, man, Dan might be the guy.
Yeah, that was clever what they did with merging the scenes, but I feel like that says something. Like, I feel like he's involved somehow.
Yes, excuse me, I understand this event's very exclusive, but surely you've got room for just 2 more.
Unless you got business here, scram.
It's funny you should say that, actually. Perhaps I do have something that might interest those keen on religious relics.
Right this way, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Oh, what is it?
Did you catch all that?
Coin with a pentagram.
Yeah.
That could be like a calling card in a secret society.
Well, let's palm out away.
Represent all these collectors.
What is she doing here?
I'm sorry, Mel. She's not looking for a fight.
Are you kidding?
I like this element of like the great.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
This is interesting. It's more interesting than just like a typical like, oh, this case happened long time ago. Like now it's like, do you reveal the dirty cop or do you help the family?
Yeah, she has to still deal with the fallout of the case.
Right.
It's not as though it's like a cold case where it happened a decade ago or something.
Oh,
yeah,
it is. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen.
Is that Clay motherfucking Davis?
Oh,
Clay Davis!
We're in a
Shit!
Fucking Clay Davis? You know, Clay Davis is always doing some shady shit.
Okay. Alright.
The coin's not for sale.
I simply used it to gain entree to you.
Then why are you here?
Someone stole my wings. About 6 feet, glow with the light of God.
That's not how this works. Oh, you men don't know who you're dealing with.
I'm more than happy to buy the wings. Like everyone else, with cash.
Happy bidding.
Damn it, that would have been a perfect time for shit. I feel like that should be a requirement for everyone.
They got some cool ass pieces though.
Allow me to introduce Amenadiel, my brother. Well, come on, don't look so shocked.
I just didn't expect your brother to be so handsome.
Stop lying. You know what you trying to
I
say?
expected my brother to change careers as he did. But I'm definitely beginning to see why.
Lucifer, your brother got all the charm in the family.
Okay, that's enough of that. It's unsettling to see you together.
Hold up. She's falling for him, but not for Lucifer's suit charm?
The wings of an angel.
Oh, they're gorgeous.
Yeah, right.
A little help? Please?
That's how he does it.
Thank you.
It's kind of like the, is it Flash or Quicksilver in X-Men?
Yep. There was was really cool. I think it was like I think it might have been the first episode when they did it in traffic and the cars were like they were standing in the road and the cars were moving slow. It was pretty dope.
I'm telling you, I saw him come in here. Just maybe hear me out. There was a secret one.
Chloe,
There's a secret door at the
you
end
are
of there.
stabbing hard at something that's just not there.
There's gotta be an explanation for what I saw, Dan. There has to be.
What do you need me to do?
I don't know. What was that?
In the floor. Okay, so he's like also looking into it. I just can't read this guy.
I think it's intentional that there's a thing called red herring where it's like you kind of you want the audience to think the villain is on somebody, and then usually it's like all the way up until the end before you find out who it actually is.
Yeah.
So maybe they're kind of doing that with his character, making him look a little bit more
Hey.
guilty than perhaps he is.
Most likely, because he's been a pretty good dude so far.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
999.
No, that's a good point.
LAPD
Damn.
issued.
Or is it
Malcolm had his
666?
on him.
Not 999.
Wait, are you saying...
Yes, another cop was here. I was right.
Chloe, this can mean a lot of
It
things.
means a cop.
It's
knew
interesting the
the
number
secret
of he was
passenger existed
999,
there.
if you flip it, it's 666.
And chances are whoever
Yeah.
it was shot Malcolm, so
Yeah, but why?
that's what I gotta figure out.
No. So we need to figure out.
So Dan is not the
Like
man.
his fucking chair. He's so stressed out. He went like to like his Zen waterfall. Yeah, I was gonna say it's bonsai. It's not bonsai,
The fuck? What did he like? So
but those are terracotta warriors behind him.
I hope he's not just a one-episode character, man. I really hope he's like part of the show.
Oh, that's right. Me, Lucifer, bloody morning star. Do you mind if I come in? A lifelong atheist, you took one peek at the wings and something changed in you. The great white light was revealed and a believer was born. One who couldn't part with real divinity.
Oh, that's what he was like laying in his chair looking at all bizarre, glossy-eyed. Yeah.
Damn, bro, those wings are dope. I've never seen a movie or show like portray angel wings the way this has, and it's phenomenal.
Please, please. You can't take them away. I can't live without them.
They're
Oh,
mine.
that's dope.
That's great for
Now, before I deal with you, I have just one burning question on my mind. Who tipped you off?
Don't cut the black.
Was it
when
Maze
they
or
lay with the sand
Emmerdale?
like that? Come on, bro.
I knew you'd come.
Of course I'd come.
I have a good guess on who actually might have made those prop wings.
It's my duty to return the wings where they belong.
Is that all?
Get back to where you belong.
Oh,
Whoa.
I was wondering when he was holding the lighter, if he was
Not
gonna
ruining your
burn it.
plans,
I didn't know he was gonna do it so casually.
It was you, brother. You tipped Carmen off and you orchestrated the theft. To fool me into desiring the wings and the hellish throne they accompany. Well, do you know what? It almost bloody worked. Severing the wings was a half measure. I did leave myself an out. A ripcord back to the life that dear old Dad chose for me. But I don't need it now, because in case I haven't made myself abundantly clear, I'm never going back to hell.
I wonder if they can just like replace his job.
I feel like he's gonna regret this. Like, you're not supposed to
Just
burn wings like that.
I'd like to say a few things about Malcolm. He was a hero who got shot doing what all of us do every day by putting himself in the line of fire. I'm closing the case against him.
All right.
To a good cop.
To Malcolm.
Maybe it's this guy.
To Malcolm.
That mustache is intense. It was wild.
What? what else has that actor been in? He always plays like a biker thug.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh no, and also the chief. He's also, or whoever the guy speaking was. He's in a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Yep.
I hope you're right about this.
Trust me, we're gonna find a dirty cop. It's best they don't think we're looking.
All right, so Dan is actually helping. I think I just have to accept that Dan is probably just a good guy. I keep trying to find something wrong with him.
I think you'll have it'll be a back and forth situation.
I cleaned up your mess on the beach. I am with you, Lucifer. From now until the end. We're a team. What?
Of course.
So wait, what happened to Clay Davis? Did he kill him?
Yeah, it's left unresolved.
Or Clay Davis probably killed himself, honestly. Like, I guess, like, if you look at those wings as immortal, you're just like, fuck.
Oh yeah, because I think his words were he couldn't live without
Yeah,
him. So maybe if he's simply taking away, like killing him.
Yes.
Yeah. Because last episode he showed his face to that biker guy.
Squabble with
Like,
my
he
bro.
took off the
Nothing
roof.
serious.
Right.
I don't like how we left it at the auction.
Are these guys gonna finally
Yes.
do it?
Yes, I agree. You definitely could have handled things better. And I suppose...
Yep, it's gonna happen. Dan, look at the reflection.
What was I saying?
Wait, I want to see if the reflection is something different. That would be clever.
If it was the boom mic.
No. Like if they did anything subtle with the reflection being different.
And I can't pretend to understand why the wings meant so much to you. But if we're really friends, it should be enough just knowing that they did.
I've moved on to bigger and better things.
So what changed?
I don't know. Well, how'd your Palmetto thing go anyway? Did you find the answer you were looking for?
I found something.
Oh, well. To our equally enigmatic futures.
She saved a feather.
She's crushing on him.
Will that
He doesn't
have any-
want her.
Will that have any power though?
No, I think that's just meant to illustrate that she has feelings for him.
Yeah.
He's not interested.
Oh shit!
Oh, he brought him to life.
What?
Oh shit!
Okay.
He's doing angel work.
Yo, this episode has been really good. This is definitely the best one of the season so far. Like,
Oh yeah, Bruckheimer.
oh, it is Brockheimer. Okay. Wow. All right, dude. That was fucking dope.
Yeah, that was great. I really like that.
Yo, that was the best episode of the season. That was so good. I really enjoyed this one. For many reasons. I mean, just like the story moved forward more in this episode than I feel like it has this whole season. We got a lot of story, a lot of lore. Clay Davis, which I should probably look up the actor's name, but shit, you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, like the song at the beginning that it opened up with was a total banger. Like, man, it was just good. It was just a good episode. It was a very good episode.
It was.
Can I make an analogy real quick? It may be out of lines, but I felt like going to a goddamn festival. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like you go to the first set and it starts off with a banger. It takes you through a roller coaster. You go through the whole bunch of shit.
Yeah.
At the end, you evens you out, and you finally figure out what's what's really important, what's not, and all that shit, and just ease into stuff, and now you get back to moving on to the journey.
Yeah,
You know?
no, that's a solid analogy, dude. That's actually very solid. Yeah. No, that's exactly how it felt. It was all over the place, but it was like, man, the amount of story that we got in this one episode, it just like I hope that like they keep continuing with that. You know, obviously we're gonna have to go back to like the murder of the week format at some point, but I do hope that we get more episodes like this than not. And
Yes. I hope we get more breaks like this, because I think the murder week kind of gets tiring, at least from my aspect. That's why I think when I kind of left off, but. I know this has gone to like 5 seasons now, so
yeah,
it has to evolve.
Right.
So
Yeah. I think it's interesting. The whole time that I've been watching this, I've been trying to think. This is like an age-old tale of basically either somebody choosing to leave a place or being cast out of a place and then losing their powers and like becoming mortal. I think that I think it goes back to like, there's probably a Greek story that I'm forgetting. It's not Hercules. Maybe it is. I don't know. I can't remember. But it reminds me very much of that kind of old fable of like, somebody being cast out and, having divine power, losing it,
right.
having to learn some life lessons and have some self-realizations, and then they, finally come back and they can appreciate their power.
Right.
So I have a feeling in the long term of the show, I think that's probably where it'll end. Not saying that I want it to end by any means.
Yeah.
I don't even think that they have finished this, right? I think this is still an ongoing.
Yeah, Netflix picked it up for, I think, one more season is pending.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I do wonder where it's gonna go, because it's like, how do you finish a story like this with literally about the devil? Like, is he gonna be like, oh, now I appreciate my job in hell?
Or is he going to be like a stay-at-home dad?
Right. But there were a lot of implications this episode of like just the underworld, the black market. Obviously, I feel like there's a sect of the population that knows that this stuff is real, or comes to find out it's real. Like with the auction, I just wonder if they're gonna like explore that more. Found out a lot about the Palmetto case finally, and yeah, man, I'm very very good episode.
Something they didn't really touch on is Lucifer made a point of indicating that all these goods that they had for auction were fake, including his wings, which he didn't expect at first, granted,
right.
But. I'm not sure. Did they clarify who was falsifying these? Like, who's making these replicas? Did they confirm who's actually doing that?
It was Clay Davis.
It was Clay Davis. Okay.
Yeah, because Clay falsified those wings and clipped the wings for himself.
Okay, I didn't know if he did both.
I think now this is where my confusion was. Is he a true believer? Because he falsified all the stuff that he was selling and kept. Like, I don't know if he kept all the true artifacts, and he falsified all the. He sold the fake.
My interpretation is, if he did falsify all the artifacts, my interpretation was that he was probably doing it for profit at first. Like selling fakes and keeping the real ones for the really big sales or just a personal collection. Mm-hmm. But I think when he found the wings, there's something about those wings. Obviously, there's like some kind of force to them that I feel like that was like the first real thing that he came across, and I think that because Lucifer even said he was like a lifelong atheist that became a believer. So I do feel like those wings obviously changed him. I wonder what even happened to him. I wonder if he killed himself or if Lucifer killed him, because that was kind of just left unsaid.
Yeah.
But I hope that means that he'll return. I really hope he wasn't just a one-episode character.
It would kind of make sense if Lucifer to blackmail him. If he has this kind of leverage over him to say,
right.
You can continue on, if money's so important, you can continue on being a fraud and falsifying all these artifacts, but, if I come knocking, you're going to have to do me a favor.
Right.
Because I spared you, or, something like that. But I just thought that one line of dialogue that he had that was particularly interesting, which was, you covered all the ground, atheist now believer, and he himself said, well, I can't live without it. Mm-hmm. So I wonder if by either Lucifer just simply taking them away, or by burning them, if there is some connection there, where like if they're gone, then does he die? It's like is his life force tied to the wings?
Right.
Maybe we're just looking into this way too much, and the questions will never ever be answered, and that's entirely possible.
Also, guys, if you see us like tapping on our phones and whatnot, we're using Discord to communicate with each other. Obviously, we're not reacting from the same place, so don't think we're just browsing on Facebook or anything. We're chatting with each other.
This is where Chelsea like hard edits Pat in between us, but it looks really shitty. Intentionally, you gotta have him up a foot.
No, but I know what you're saying about the going back to. That was an interesting dilemma. Is I didn't even think about the fact that if he's mortal, if he dies, then he'll just go back to hell.
Yeah.
Which I feel like they'll probably do that at some point, because that just seems like something that the show's probably going to do at some point. The reveal with Amadil, being the one behind the the tipping off about the wings, that wasn't a very big surprise to me. I kind of had a feeling because he's been trying to figure out ways to get him back to hell, and I didn't. That reveal wasn't that big of a surprise to me.
It was interesting. I liked all of it.
Today's just been a bad day. Cash is not just having bad dreams and she's speaking loud.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, I can hear her.
That's adorable. My dog was doing that.
I'm sorry, the mic's going off.
It's okay.
No, you're good, dude. We're in the discussion. It's all good.
Yeah, but I agree. I think it's interesting. The dynamic that he and his brother have remind me of the dynamic of kind of like Thor and Loki. You know, one's a bit more mischievous, one is a bit more stoic.
Right.
And
I wonder if we'll ever see like the other. Like, I wonder if we'll ever see God or like any other deity up in heaven. You know what I mean?
Wait, I thought something just occurred to me. So it was confirmed in this episode that his wings exist and a falsified version of his wings exists, right? So which did he burn on the beach? I would think because if they were fake, that maybe his brother would know somehow. But
maybe he secretly kept them.
Maybe he did secretly.
Oh, you're right.
Maybe he burned the fake ones and kept the real ones.
You're right because like being at, I'm just gonna keep calling him Clay Davis. Being at his house, it just hard cut to the beach, and there's so much that had to happen in between.
Maybe Clay Davis still has them.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like I think you might be right on that one because that cut was so weird to me. I was like, that's a big jump.
Very unresolved.
That's a big jump. Yeah,
and it's one of those. There was no establishing shots either because we basically just. It begins in terms of that scene or whatever. It only shows the interior of Clay Davis's spot. I don't think we got an exterior establishing shot. And then hard cuts, you're right, from him basically saying he can't live without them to the beach.
Right.
And again, no other establishing shots. There's no indication of is one next to the other.
And because they're already at his house and kind of like protected. And the dude is very obsessed with the wings, so he's gonna keep them protected. I think you might be right, dude. I think you might have pulled a fast one.
Yeah.
Damn, that would be good. I hope it does go in that direction because that would be good.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That would be some deep lore if they bring that shit back later.
That would be dope.
Maybe not even this season. You know, it might be something that gets called back like 2 or 3 seasons later.
It would be clever. It would be clever.
It will probably be the season when he dies and he goes to hell. Be like, not so quick.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's all the things.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. But did we cover the guy behind the window, the cop waking up?
Oh,
Armadale.
Oh yeah. I'm on a deal, helping out.
Armadale.
Yeah. No, I really liked. The extra dilemma that they put into the Palmetto case, like, whether to reveal the dirty cop or help the family. I like that they added that dilemma because it makes it more like gray area and it's not just like good guy versus bad guy. It's a little bit more gray.
Well, now and it's not rhetoric anymore. It's not a matter of her opinion versus the rest of the departments. Now it's he can be interviewed, he can be questioned.
Right.
So. There's no choosing a story and sticking with it. It's probably going to be a matter of getting to the bottom.
I do wonder why Amenadiel cared enough.
That's what I'm saying. Because didn't Amenadiel say, "I'm going to take you back to hell at no matter cost"? So I feel like he's trying to fuck shit up. Like he's trying to fuck Decker's relationship with him somehow with this case.
Yeah.
Because like, what's the motivation to bring back somebody's dead? I think our motive. I think. As audience, we know the cop who's dead or is coming out of that coma, he was actually an innocent cop, essentially, or half dirty, half innocent, right?
Right.
Because like they figured it out that he was not all the way dirty. Am I correct? Like that's why she forgives him.
I think. Yeah.
I thought it was meant to be kind of up for interpretation.
They figured out another cop was there. Because like when they open the trap door, so there's another element to the case that we don't know. There was another cop present.
This motherfucker's gonna be alive now. He's gonna go after the cop that shot him.
I think so, and I'm actually excited because that actor that plays Malcolm, he's actually really good. I enjoy whenever I see him in things. He usually kind of plays that like thug kind of character, but they found a key in that trap door, and it was, it said 999 on it, but obviously you flip that and it's 666.
Right.
I wonder if that was just like a tongue-in-cheek kind of thing they did, or if that has a deeper meaning. Like if all of it is connected, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's one of those, you see it more often in old like movies where it's like a hotel room number. That gets flipped or something. Like something gets misdelivered to a hotel room because the 9 is a 6 and it's fallen down.
Right.
And I think that, in this instance, it's a matter of perception for them. She's like, it's 999, and then maybe, was Lucifer with her when she found out? I think it was Dan who was with her, right? When she found it? Yeah, okay. So maybe, like, Lucifer doesn't know about it yet, but maybe that will go to something that only he knows about, or he's like, what are you doing with that? Or something like that. It's like, that's like the devil's storage locker.
Yeah.
Or, like those reality TV shows where they go, like, locker diving or whatever.
Right. That would be,
He's got his little devil onesie and stuff.
I wonder...
What's the 666 satanic? Why is that so satanic?
I don't know.
Mark is a beast.
It's just
I think it's because it's I think it has to do more with tribal markings, because it's like if you put them together in like a triangle shape, it's like actually like some kind of like, I think it's a pagan symbol, and so they call it the mark of the beast.
Oh shit! I want to try that.
Yeah,
okay.
I would look it up though. I took when I was in college, I took a bunch of philosophy and like religion courses when I could as like electives, and so like I retained some of it. Some of it's still bouncing around.
It's good to have you here for this show. Then that's pretty. That's very.
I took that class and none of it retained.
So that's what I'm saying to all of our viewers. Do not take my word as please Wikipedia.
You guys fill
what
us
we're
into.
saying, and
you guys can fill us into in the comments. Correct us if we missed something.
I've been corrected in the comments several times. So.
It's part of the gig.
It's part of the gig. Yeah.
But all right, now I believe that's all the things.
Yep.
All right. Well, hey YouTube, if you want to. Jump to the next episode right now. It's on our Patreon. Otherwise, we'll see you next week. Peace.
Peace, guys.
Let it snow, let it